When I made this channel, my aim at first was to find a way to, make money online. You know, from posting AutoCAD videos, and then I realized I could use this channel to, express and explore my sole purpose in life. And then it went beyond making YouTube AutoCAD videos um, to just finding better ways to solve problem using, engineering. I studied engineering. So what that meant was, designing stuff and coming here to share it. And not like I have done a lot of that. I've had a lot of ideas written down, drawn down, but haven't because I overthink it and put the bar so high that I ended up doing nothing about it as per recording the video and putting it out here. So now it's now more than that. Okay. Um, Everything about me right when I was young has always been finding better, more efficient ways to doing things. My philosophy has always been the wisest approach to living, wisest approach in every sectors of life. What I mean by that is energy, the way we use our appliances and energy we consume, how best way to be independent from whatever systems we rely upon currently, be it the G word, the government, and being self sufficient. And that has now bled into so many aspects of my life. What I mean by that is I'm now thinking about growing my own food, designing my own transportation system that uses a hybrid system, the ICA and the electric motors and batteries. So this is it. But as much as I have come to that conclusion, I haven't informed you guys a lot about it, like made videos and follow up and all of that. I will blame financial constraints as to funding my projects, but I guess there's so much I could do without money that could attract money into helping me, fulfill these things. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, that aside, I want to tell you today about my recent discovery. I don't know if I posted the video or not. I made a video about how I've been trying to come up, I've been designing a refrigeration system and finding a power source for it. A refrigeration system that makes ice blocks for commercial, small businesses. And designing a power source for it made it very difficult as a business because I'll spend a lot running it. So, and I've been pondering about this for a while. Solar panel market is heavily, um, because that's the only self-sufficient means that the our system have provided for us. But I have something to provide for myself. And so even going the solar way isn't the best way for my circumstance because I have to buy a battery and an inverter and my cost is running into the millions. My calculation is that I will get my initial investment in 1 year time or 1 year plus. But is that the best system? How do I know if it's the best system if I don't think it's not in the first place? So That's what I went abroad for like 2 weeks now. I have been pondering on a way to create some kind of generator to power these refrigerators with 4 horsepower compressors and fans and everything in between. So there are several ways to use energy, and the one way we use our solar energy is through solar panels. And I've been watching a guy on YouTube that uses this solar death ray that basically concentrates the rays of the sun to melt rocks. Jesus, to melt rocks. I didn't even believe. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Well, melting rocks, and not even in much amount of time. Like this thing was almost instant. Melting coins. Well, it turns out melting rocks and melting coins is an overkill for what I want to use it for in the way it's being used. I'm going to build a solar steam generator that uses lenses to concentrate solar heat and solar rays into a bulk of salt that will salt first of all dissipates holds on to energy longer. Okay, so and when you heat up the salt to be inside an insulating vessel at night, it closes up once it's done being heated by the sun. Then there are copper coils or coils that run inside the sun that passes water through it. When by the time the water reaches the end of the coil, it is now a steam which will power a turbine. So that's my idea. That's what I'm about to go on. Now, what this means is that my refrigerator will be running completely without any means of me paying for electricity, which is mwah. And I don't know how I'm sure that it will cost me less to build that system than it would for me to buy a solar panel and battery. So, getting that out of the way, I'm just going to keep you guys posted. I'm going to be drawing things. I have to find a way to configure the lenses, the best geometric structure and positioning for the lenses to focus in at a particular area, how to close up the area when we're done, then run the basically everything. So, cheers to you listening this far, and cheers to you in the future when I get you updated. So that's it. So um, this is what I'm going to be doing the rest of my life. This is what I love. So I'm going to be, finding several ways to approach things. I believe there's an abundant amount of energy. When people say free energy, it almost sounds crazy, but really, there isn't much difference from free energy to what we have right now. It isn't even different. I mean, when you have abundance of something, so much so you can't even use all of it, or and compared to when you have an infinite amount of something, to me it's the same. You are bound by the limitations of how much you can take. And how much we can take from nature isn't much at all as to the energy it provides us. So we already have free energy. We already have free energy. We just need to allow ourselves and build systems that will allow us to use this. So, cheers. Be happy. Yeah. Cheers.